Hello everyone, welcome back to Quantum Break
I can use to
with me, Transfat. Yes, Jack, calm down. Oops. Actually, I had to clear this room again, because of where the game had saved from last episode. Pretty significant looking, isn't it? Oh, what do we got here? Okay, Chronon Tech Phase 2 milestones to Monarch Chronon Research Panel. Sending a quick email to make sure that all divisions of the Chronon R&D department are on schedule. As you know, Monarch will be moving to Phase 3 on October 9th upon completion of the university operation. High-level milestone deliverables for Phase 2 are as follows. Ground Zero harvesting op. By the end of Phase 2, we expect to have officially harvested enough Chronon particles from the Ground Zero operation to fuel necessary Chronon tech indefinitely. Access to the red zone should be completely prohibited from this point forward. All harvesting equipment will be dismantled and returned to Monarch Tower during Phase 3. CFR research. All research regarding CFR must be complete and the CFR must be returned to the Monarch Tower for safekeeping. Lifeboat. Prototype testing phase. The lifeboat should be complete. Further testing will commence once the CFR is returned to Monarch Tower. Chronon Tech. Alpha build tech must be complete for all armor and weaponry. Beta tech will commence during Phase 3. Dampener must have reached approved proof of concept deliverables. Wow, I can't talk today. Please read the milestone booklet to make sure all department deliveries are achieved. Departmental. Dr. Sophia Emerald, head of research. I apologize. I can't word right now for some reason. Any goodies in here? No? No, one sec. I gotta check something. Okay. Let's have a look around here. Okay, well that's explosives and stuff. Yeah, the time vision icon was showing up. I guess because of that? Oh. Okay. Well, that's handy. Gonna be one of these sort of things again. Right. Yes, okay. Oh, there's a thing up there too.
Oh, not your average elevator.
I like that. That was fun. Wonder why I can't. Well, I know it's for gameplay reasons. To say why can't I, you know, like leave it before I shot it. How many points do I have? 2? I have 1. Okay. Yeah, I was gonna put a level into everything first. Sure. Oh no, that takes 2. Okay. Well, let's venture on.
Jack, I found documents here about some kind of private gala Marnek is hosting tonight.
Tonight. After everything that's happened?
It has something to do with their future plans. Serene's delivering a speech and the guest list has everybody from Monarch higher-ups to big-shot scientists to the mayor of Riverport, which raises the question, why now?
I don't know, but I'm gonna find out.
Okay. Oh. Ah. Down here? Yes, it is. Okay. Move 7.
Alright.
Oh, Jack seems pleased. Alright, so that is enough to upgrade this now. Yep. There we go. We got a little bit of everything now. Okay. Let's boogie on over here. This way I want to go? Yeah? Okay. But maybe we'd have to do some timey-wimey stuff. Guess not. Missed opportunity. Wait, why isn't... Oh yeah, there's the fence. How are normal people supposed to get through all this? I know you're around here. I could smell you. That's a terrible place for an outhouse.
Okay. Getting closer, I think.
Oh, I'm picking up two at once.
Now, which way's the dry dock?
Is it up there and I missed it? Because that would make me sad. Why'd I even do that? Oh, I probably had to do something from over there. Yeah, I don't feel like it. Pizza. I do feel like pizza, though. Definitely could go for some pizza. You know, at the angle, it almost seems like it's outside of the building, though. Oh, hey there. How you doing?
I got that briefcase we lifted from William Joyce's car. Laid out the contents in the trailer. You want me to go through?
No, Serene wants the first look. Till then, hands off.
Okay. For the note, trailer generator crap
Okay.
itself. Hooked up the car. Use that until maintenance gets around to this. Fancy. Yeah, let's not use that just yet. You are a large vehicle. You are large and in charge. I suppose it makes sense that'd be on there. Is this a gathering thing? I wonder. Okay. I guess we can go. Assuming this takes us out of here. What's that? Thought it might be an interesting license plate.
Hello,
Okay,
Riverport.
looks like the trailer has power
Teresa
now.
said Mac, filling in
Oh.
for Bobby Radford. Bobby's taking a little break.
Paul's men had taken the briefcase from Will's car, dumped the contents on the table.
Thanks for telling us that, Jack. I didn't notice it.
Will had said he needed something from his briefcase to stop the fracture. Wasn't much there, but his phone and a key to the Bradbury swimming pool. Not the most obvious clues.
Jack, it's Beth. Monarch just got footage of your lady friend sniffing around some confidential Monarch files. Kind of a big no-no around here.
Amy, I gotta go back for her.
Don't. I'll pick her up. Where are you?
I'm on my way to Paul at the dry docks.
Serene's not the priority. I'm getting you out of there. I'll meet you at the dry docks. Channel 1 is the Monarch frequency. Use it to keep ahead of them. And Jack, don't do anything stupid.
Ah, thanks for the vote of confidence.
Channel 1. So secretive. Yeah, I like that. So we get the little cutscene thingy that tells us that it's on the table, and then we come in and he says it, and then it automatically jumps to a cutscene to do it anyway. Thanks, game. Thanks. From Bruce Livingstone, my screenplay to Sophia Emerald. Hey, Dr. Emerald. We haven't talked too much, but I'm one of Serene's guys from Reaper Squad. Working around all this time tech stuff, or chronon tech you call it, I guess. I'm real inspired, so I started writing a screenplay.
Amy,
So-
you okay out there?
I'm busy.
Shit.
Come on, Jack. Stop it. I've been real inspired, so I started writing a screenplay. There's a lot of science talk in here, so I want a scientist to check it and make sure it kind of makes sense. Would you mind taking a look? Thanks. Here's the first half. Oh. I'm just gonna pan through this. Uh-huh. If you want to read it, you can pause it. Yep. Mm-hmm. Apparently there's someone named Slavo. And Paul Marine. Is that supposed to be Paul Serene? Mm-hmm. It's a very short screenplay. Even though... Oh, end of Act 1. My apologies. Yeah, I'm not reading all that. Oh boy. Okay. From Martin Hatch, regarding next steps to Glorious Ogawa. Nothing changes, we move forward. The university fallout was a setback, but we could use these complications to our advantage. Paul's focused on Phase 3 of the plan. He is questioning if there are traitors within Monarch, but I am confident that he does not know where to look for them. I'll make sure to shift the blame elsewhere. The gala is going ahead tonight. This is when we make our next move. You take care of the preparations, make sure Dr. Kim's lab is ready for detonation. I'll make sure that Paul is sufficiently distracted as to not question our involvement. Okay, to Martin Hatch from Clarice. Date October 9th, 2016, 7:32 a.m. We're going next steps. University operation gathered far more attention than we expected. How does this impact our agenda moving forward? Concerned that Paul Serene will be paying closer attention to our actions. Perhaps we should delay making a move until things calm down. Okay. Huh. So there might be a little more double crossing than previously believed. Interesting. Any goodies out here? No. Alright. Boat.
It's locked. There's gotta be another way to get through here.
Were those supposed to move around? Because I get the impression that they weren't supposed to. I like how they have a gun here.
Jesus! Close one.
That's not the first explosion you've caused.
We just heard an explosion near the harvesting perimeter.
Yeah, take a wild guess who that could have been.
You don't know what you're
Charlie,
talking
get off
about.
the line. Striker team, take defensive positions around ground zero.
Roger.
Can I not jump up there? No? Oh, okay. You could easily walk up that. Wait, is that gonna re-explode? Yes, it is. Are they gonna mention the new explosion? Or wait, him exploding that, wouldn't that, and then rewinding it, wouldn't that mean that never really happened in the first place? Yeah, time.
I recognized Will's workshop as soon as I saw the old billboard on top.
The area we refer to as Ground Zero.
It was clear that the workshop was at the center of the Monarch operation. I wanted to see what was in there, and it seemed to be the only way to the dry docks and Serene.
Okay.
Got the word. Safeguard squad's checking out that explosion. Striker team is establishing a defensive perimeter around ground zero.
An entire striker team? For one guy?
University incident got HQ wetting their pants.
Hostile!
Get some of that in your life. Satisfying. They're really quick just to spot you.
What the? Visual! Enemy spotted! Swapping back!
There's some weird graphical glitch in that grenade was thrown over. It looked like it was on like silver thread or something. Also, this pistol's not bad. Not bad at all.
Backup approaching green zone. Engaging target.
Hey. Get over there. Let's come a little closer. Yeah. Yep. Oh. Did that not actually get him? Oh, fuck nuggets. That's not great. Let's see if I can do a thing. Okay. They're annoyingly durable. Did I just melee him? Kinda looked like I did. That is... that is horrifying. Please, please, please stop doing what you're doing. It's a little better. Jesus. Hey, hey, hey. I didn't say there could be survivors.
Thanks for the heads up.
Okay. Wow. He's being really bad there.
Striker 1, we're experiencing signs of an incoming stutter.
Safeguard. I want Joyce contained before that stutter hits.
Well, I don't think you have much say in the matter, do you? What are you doing?
Bearcat is en route with more backup.
Bearcat? Okay. Wait, what are these? Oh, ammo. Okay, yeah.
Approaching! Gates locked! Ah, screw it! I'm coming through!
Okay, so we only got 15 rounds for the, Who are you, a new thing? Carbine rifle? I don't think the devs know what those words mean.
Nice driving, guys.
In fact, I'm pretty sure the devs don't know what those two words mean. Did I get you? Wait, is this even doing a thing? Should I even be worrying about these? Maybe not. Okay. Mm-hmm. Wait, what's that objective? Clear the transforming yard of enemies. Okay. I mean, I shot some of them. At least I think I did. You want me to shoot them more? Because it doesn't seem to actually be doing anything to them. Did I break the game? Okay. Can I, like, jump over it? Okay. Because those instructions weren't very clear. Oh. Oh, I got vectors.
Paul developed technology for his men to move through stutters. He knew the fracture would occur, prepared for it.
Holy shit.
Yet he never tried to stop it.
But I assume I can't, like... I wonder if I could hit their equipment. Advanced SMG. Oh, fires 3-round bursts. Which is not something the Vector actually does. Oh, there's more than 2 of them. Okay. That is a lot more than 2 of them. That's working okay enough. I guess. Oh. I like it.
Will never told you what he did in that workshop at Ground Zero?
No, never. He hid that part of his life from me. Nothing prepared me for the weirdness that was waiting there. And even that was just a prelude to the bad stuff that would follow in that same place later.
It's got a weird barrel attachment I've never actually seen on a Vector before. Look at his aim over there. That's good. Wait, what if what would shooting the containers of chronons even have done? Is it supposed to create a stutter, right?
It's the only way forward. Absolutely no entry. Well, I'm pretty sure that's more of a guideline than a rule.
Oh, Jack. You are such a rebel. Oh.
What the hell? What is this?
It's a good question.
What the hell? What is this? That already happened.
Alrighty then.
What the fuck?
Interesting.
I specifically requested copper-clad niobium.
Well.
Well then. Niobium, you say? Not often I hear about that element.
There's no words to describe it. Will was gone, but he was all around me. This entire secret life he'd never talked about, everything he tried to protect me from, it surrounded me. A puzzle, trapped in broken time. We all thought he wasted his research grant, his career, obsessing over some failed experiment. That's what he led us to believe. What he built there, it never failed. It works. It works.
Uh-huh. Did he build that all himself? It's kind of impressive.
Need my grant extended another year. Please, don't do this. Hello.
No goodies? Okay. They will. Is he supposed to be walking in place? I don't think time would have that sort of effect. I mean, pacing, sure.
I hope to God this works.
Will.
It's gone.
I could have used that.
Come with me. I can survive this.
You're the only other one who's seen what I've seen. Don't be like that. Give me a bit of advice.
I knew something went horribly wrong there, but it was scrambled. It was impossible to crack.
This is very, What was that? Rexes? X's? What am I seeing there? Why is that a thing?
Huh.
Oh, it's a ripple. Okay. The things that have ripples seem to be really random and dumb. Yep, I can totally see what's going on. Oh, there we go. Yep. That's stuff.
It was overwhelming. Every unanswered question I had was compounded by what I'd seen at that workshop. The events at the university were part of something much bigger. Something that had started 17 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, dry dock. Get to the dry dock. I'm almost there.
Yeah, that area was getting kind of
Gotta
annoying.
get to Paul.
Alright, what we got here? From Charlie Wincott, trespasser alert to ground zero op. Oh. Trespasser alert. Amy Ferrero is in the goddamn security station unsupervised. My understanding was that Amy Ferrero was supposed to be recording a series of false confessions for our PR campaign. Clearly that is not the case. How do I know she's unsupervised? Because A, she's in the goddamn security station, and B, she's digging through sensitive Monarch files and transferring them to a USB stick. No big deal, just, you know, all of Monarch's secrets. Radio alert is already in effect. Converge on our location immediately. Do not let the USB stick leave this operation. Oh, and you remember Jack Joyce? The guy you were supposed to stop from turning your entire operation into a clusterfuck? Maybe get on that while we still have an operation left? You just act like this was your natural environment, you know, like a high school locker room. And he's the kid who can read a full sentence without moving his lips. Just to fuck him up. Charlie. He's got the ego. Pizza. That stuff looks expensive. I wish I could vandalize it. Oh, that looks serious. Oh, there is a thing. Somewhere. Over the rainbow? Did I miss it? Ah. Hey. Oh, there's somebody over there. I've seen little distortions here. Where'd they go? Can I get up there somehow? Well, I guess so. Or maybe it's below. Hi there. What do you got to say?
I refuse to leave while Jack's still here. I need to contain
Paul, your condition is critical. The stress. If you don't receive your treatment, you know what could happen. Come to the island right now. The treatment will be waiting for you. You will be back in top condition by the time the gala starts.
I don't like it, but you're right. Always looking out for me. Ready to chop.
No. You're not getting away that easy.
Yeah, so fierce. I want the thing. Give me the thing. Oh, okay, it's over there. Well, do we get to go over there? Through here? Hope so. Ooh, slidey doors. I like slidey doors. Hi. You don't. Oh, that was... Wait, I can't move forward.
There was something wrong with Paul. Chronon syndrome. He'd had his powers much longer than me. What was the cause? Was I sick as well, or was it his time travel? I didn't know. It didn't make anything he'd done any less hateful.
There's a lot of readables in here. Sudden stop. Sunstop, the final Alex Casey novel by Alan Wake. This copy is signed by the author and dedicated to Emily Burke. Okay. Why isn't it here then? References! From Sophia Emerald, Dr. Kim's lab and Serene's treatment, to Fiona Miller. Fiona, I share your concern. Paul's treatments are becoming increasingly ineffective, and I hypothesize that the onset of the fracture will increase the Cronon syndrome's rate of progression exponentially. I've been trying to take a more calculated approach at finding a permanent cure for Paul's sickness, but Martin Hatch has shifted all the necessary resource into our tech division instead. I'm beginning to question his behavior. Every attempt I've made to discover a cure has been met with Martin's red tape. Just between us, I do start to wonder if Martin even wants Paul to be cured. I looked into Martin's past. He began work for Monarch in 2001, but I couldn't find any records about his past or any aspect of his life before then. It's almost as if he just appeared out of nowhere. He was the only one present during the accident that claimed Dr. Kim's life. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but I do wonder what his agenda truly is. Regarding your question, unfortunately there is nothing of value in Dr. Kim's lab, aside from Paul Serene's treatments and confidential files that would be of no use to your research. We will have to find another way to develop a cure. Dr. Sophia Emerald, Head of Research. Okay, to Sophia from Fiona. Dr. Kim's lab and Serene treatment. Dr. Emerald, would it be possible for me to gain access to Dr. Kim's lab in order to search for any files that might assist in our research? I'm concerned about the slow progress in developing a permanent cure for Paul Serene's Cronon syndrome. Treatments are only a temporary solution. I know that Dr. Kim was close to discovering a cure at the time of his death. I know that you use this lab to administer Paul Serene's treatments, but if I could borrow your keycard during the gala tonight, perhaps I could investigate this further while everyone is occupied with other matters. Fiona Miller. Okay. Also, screw you, heavy pistol. First pistol is best pistol. Okay, from Beth Wilder regarding Jack to Fiona Miller. Fiona, William Joyce is dead. Only shot of stopping this thing is Jack. He could lead us to the countermeasure. I still believe that. Serene got to Jack first at the university. Too much heat for me to intervene. He's being moved to Ground Zero. I'm following the convoy there and will rescue him once his transport is past security checkpoints. Not gonna be easy, but it might be our only shot. Keep Charlie Wincott distracted so he's not looking over the security feeds. Oh, okay. Right, Fiona's the lady that brought the egg sandwich to Wincott. Yes, okay. I just didn't remember her name. Makes sense now. My cover won't last much longer. You need to be my eyes on the inside. I agree you should check into Dr. Kim's lab and let me know what you find. I know gaining access will be difficult, but with the gala tonight you might have a window. Might be able to steal Dr. Emerald's keycard. I will contact you once I'm on the other side. To Fiona from Beth. Regarding Jack, Beth, they're saying that William and Jack Joyce have both been detained. Did you manage to get to William first? Did you reveal the location of the countermeasure? You said you can get Jack out of there. What happened? Interesting developments over here. With the team focused on the university op, I managed to dig through an old email correspondence between Paul, Serene, and Dr. Kim. The content of the message is very cryptic, but before he died, Kim was running some kind of tests from his lab, and Williams's research and a device related to this were somehow connected to what he was doing. Did he know about the countermeasure? I think I need to get into Kim's lab and find out more. That place has been on restricted access since he died. Not a lot of choice, though. If Jack and William are in custody, then the lab may be our only lead left. I'm just not sure how to do it. I sure as hell can't just ask somebody to let me in there. Okay, so it sounds like no one's really working with Paul. Yeah. Also, I'm sorry to the desk. I'm sorry. Okay. More slidey doors. This. I care not. For your MP7. Right, where was that thing? Okay, it wants me to go there, right? Yes, okay. This is a big area just to have the thing in. This thing. Assuming that's all it's for. Looks like it was a stage at some point. Okay. Where's that now? I got... Oops. Fires and upgrades. I have 2 points. Are any of these 2 points? I think there might all be 4. Yeah, I think so. Okay. Won't worry about that. Nothing else in here? Guess not. Just a big stage, I guess. Maybe? I don't know. There's a big speaker there. Well, let's continue on.
Yeah.
Jack, you have to understand that Will forced my hand.
What the hell happened to you?
There's no use fighting.
You killed him!
I'll explain when the time is right. You'll meet me tonight at the Monarch Gala.
Gala? Time's ending and you're having a fucking party.
Because when time ends, my plan...
We do this now. I'm not meeting you at...
Yes, you are. I've already seen it happen.
Seen what? What's this all for?
Goodbye, Jack.
No!
Jack is so angry. From Clarice Ogawa regarding Liam Burke's status to Martin Hatch. Sir, given the very recent events at the dry docks, I now see exactly what you mean. Clearly you were right about Burke's loyalties being more fickle than they appeared. Of course, we have plenty of unanswered questions about how it came to this to begin with. I don't see why Burke would be involved with choice. There's no way he did it out of some kind of altruistic urge. There has to be more to it. We know Burke didn't divert Joyce's transport, since whereabouts at the time are accounted for. That doesn't make sense to me. So there has to be somebody else involved too. I'm looking into it. Okay, to Clarice from Martin. Clarice, I understand why you consider Mr. Burke an asset to our future plans. Unfortunately, while he is an exceptional individual, he is less suitable for the kind of duties you have in mind. They may be immediately obvious. I'll explain. Yes, he was trained as a striker, but Mr. Burke was disqualified, and for good reason. The men we have chosen to be strikers have strict physical requirements, a certain moral flexibility, and the kind of killer instinct you have to be born with, cultivated to a fine degree. A ferocious knack for survival. Mr. Burke certainly has those qualities. He wasn't disqualified from the striker program because he lacked them, or because he couldn't wrap his head around the technical aspects of operating the technology. In fact, his performance was exceptional, so I fully agree with you that he's an impressive operative. But strikers, by their very nature, have to be made aware of Project Lifeboat and its purpose, at least on a general level. And that means they have to be able to accept its implications. Unfortunately, Mr. Burke has a deep attachment to his wife. And the fact is that even if we brought Mr. Burke in, that wouldn't guarantee a spot for her in the program. To be blunt, we don't need any more nurses, and we're already at capacity overall. We need Mr. Burke, but we don't need his wife. Mr. Burke would never accept that, particularly now that Mrs. Burke is pregnant. Therefore, it's vital that he doesn't understand the nature and the scope of the threat we face. As for having him play a role in other aspects of future developments, I suspect that despite his seemingly amoral nature, Mr. Burke may have other qualms he's not consciously aware of. If he ever has to truly make a choice between conflicting loyalties, he may take a stand on principle and elect to act against his own best interests. That's not a chance I'm willing to take. To Martin from Clarice. Sir, I've been thinking about Liam Burke. I know you work close with him for a while now, and he's been useful, but there are assignments we can't use him for because of his insufficient security clearance. For instance, having to keep him in the dark about much of what will happen at the university, about the stutters we're expecting, about where it'll lead, makes him far less effective field operative than I'd prefer, and causes quite a bit of logistical difficulty, given that he's still going to be a part of the operation. And frankly, it feels like wasted potential. I'd like you to consider the possibility of bringing Burke into the fold. He's completed most of the striker training, and even though he didn't finish the program, he made an impression on me as a tremendously capable asset. His service record is exemplary, and he has a well-earned reputation as somebody who gets things done, no questions asked. By the same token, I would love to include Burke in our long-term plans. We could use a man like him in our corner, and I could deploy him far more effectively. Let me know what you think. Okay. And it wants me to go that way. Oh. Well, butts. What's some of those barrels, I wonder? Are you a time bomb? You a time mine? Here, chopper. And seagulls! Yay, seagulls. And more readables. Oh, this is a long one. Oh boy. From Manuel Peretta, Liam Burke's cycle evaluation to Martin Hatch. Martin, first of all, I have to again register my objection. What you are having me do under the guise of a psych evaluation is blatant violation of Liam Burke doctor-patient confidentiality, and the only reason I'm doing this is because you leave me no other choice. Now, I recognize that in the world to come, our current rules and legislation, even our standards of morality, may no longer be applicable. But we aren't there yet. You and Mr. Serene are placing the long-term mental well-being of hundreds of individuals in my hands. And I'm telling you right now, if they don't trust not only me, but the system that put us all in this particular positions, there's no way we could recover from it. On to Burke, it is my considered professional opinion that the man is a bit of a powder keg. For all of his calm exterior, he's under tremendous pressure. I understand your reasoning for pulling him out of the Striker program, but what you have essentially done is instill him with a sense of encroaching doom. He doesn't know the specifics, obviously. He didn't make it far enough in the program to be briefed on that. But he knows that we're preparing for a future threat that is somehow related to the flow of time being interrupted. That there are dangers out there. Dangers that we've specifically been training the Striker units for. What kind of dangers? I mean, you're dealing with time. What's a bunch of armed goons gonna accomplish? Is it like time monsters? That would be silly. There are men who are content to really follow orders and let others worry about the consequences. Burke is not one of them. He's willing to commit acts of violence without asking why. But don't mistake the lack of bombs for blind obedience. Burke needs agency. He has a fundamental need to feel in control of his life. You have put him in a position where that's no longer possible for him. He's good at seeing patterns and drawing accurate conclusions from the facts available to him. And he has deduced, quite correctly, that he was being trained for a specific scenario Monarch believes will happen. He's also painfully aware of the fact that if and when that scenario arrives, he will not be a part of the solution. He understands the nature of the Striker suits, that they are only useful in a zero-state situation, and he understands that in such a situation a man without a Striker suit is essentially dead. He doesn't know about the lifeboat protocol, obviously, but if he did, he'd then also know he's not part of it. Either way, the bottom line is that he's in a hopeless situation. He fears that the end of the world is coming, and he knows that if it does, the only way he can survive is with the technology Monarch has denied him access to. He doesn't understand the details or even the exact nature of that end of the world, but just that it makes it worse. But that just makes it worse. Fear and lack of understanding breed tremendous anxiety, Mr. Hatch. He may not show up, but believe me, Burke feels it, for himself and for his family. It may interest you to know that his wife is pregnant. You can understand how that adds to the pressure. To be honest, given the parameters we're operating under, I don't know how to resolve this. And Burke, you have a tremendously efficient operative, but you've put him in an impossible position. I believe he will remain effective as long as he doesn't have reason to believe the scenario he fears is imminent. Once he believes it has arrived, all bets are off. That is, unless you can give him hope of survival. But at this point, resentment and suspicion are starting to turn into paranoia, and frankly, I'm not sure he would trust either of us anymore. And speaking of trust, I recommend you think about what I said in my opening paragraph, Martin. Our greatest challenge and greatest assets in the subjective years to come won't be technological, but all too human. Don't make the mistake of seeing people as just entries on a spreadsheet. Hey, I have almost all the narrative objects. I want to get them all. I want them. Do you one? Okay, this isn't too long. From Charlie Wincott, Amy Ferrero to Ground Zero Oddball. What up, fools? So I looked up Amy Ferrero. She checks out pretty much how you'd expect. Good grades, no student loans, because daddy's got money. Popular, the classic, I'm better than you because I care so much package. Not studying anything even remotely useful in a world where you gotta work for a living. She's into this whole activist lifestyle, always protesting this or that, and generally hugging every tree and saving every whale she sees. Yawn. On average, she signs 2 petitions a week and generally spends half her life sticking her nose in other people's shit. credit where it's due. She's pretty good at it. Also, she's got a lot of friends who are all into this stuff. And she seems to be real good at getting them coordinated. Kinda makes her perfect for our purposes. Because if you could talk her into saying what we want, there's a lot of folks who are gonna listen. No boyfriend or girlfriend, I don't know which way she swings. Why doesn't she put that on the internet? Why doesn't she put that on the internet? Doesn't she know that's what it's for? But there's that family of hers. Looks like she's got real close ties, so if you need leverage, that's where you'll find it. We may want to make sure she stays on our side, though. Like I said, she's pretty popular with the rest of these people. And if they get the idea she's been screwed over, they might just get pretty mad. You know, how these neo-hippie, bleeding heart hipster types are. Always up in arms about something. Holy shit, I'm glad I'm not in school anymore. Charlie. Charlie, I don't think you could really call anybody hipsters. Just putting that out there. And some of the physics in this game are weird. Those boxes just moving slightly. Oh, this is an armory. Oh. I think I'll stick with the, what did they call it? Let's show the name. It's like a carbine rifle, which is... That's not a thing. Carbines and rifles are different things, effectively. This looks important.
Sir. Off. Come back, goddammit!
Don't.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Well, I guess I'm not getting that current source.
Come on. Okay.
Oh boy. Okay. That's the thing. So something interesting that I noticed there. Paul got them not to shoot, right? And the only reason why he would get them not to shoot is if he would have hit and killed us. Because I mean, Paul could tell, right?
Focus, Jack. Focus.
So yeah, that grunt was a good shot, apparently. Oh, I know what I gotta do. I know how to play this game sometimes.
Stutters were getting bad. The shifting back and forth without warning. At the time, I didn't think it could get much worse.
But we both know it did.
That looked very close. Okay. It's a very neat set piece. Okay.
Need to get the hell out of here. Jesus! Cutting a little close, Jack.
A little bit. A little bit. Just thinking in the back of my head, how much energy is involved
Goddamn maze in here.
in this scene. The sheer amount of kinetic force that is just like flinging back and forth because of the time. Actually, how would time affect potential and kinetic energy? Wait, is that not where I go? No? Okay. The mantling seems to be really not always that great, basically. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Okay, keep going. Hit. No, 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 not again.
I think that's my favorite set piece so far. Hi there. You're yellow.
Okay, here we go.
Hey, were they throwing like time grenades? Interesting.
That's my cue.
I really like this gun. Aw, now it's gone. Oh jeez, what's this scene gonna look like after it's rendered? I render at high bitrate, but I don't know. This scene is very busy graphically. Ooh, ammo. I would love ammo for my other weapon. For the carbine rifle. That's great. Hey, you exploded, look at that. How's that working for you?
Beth had been on her way to meet me. I expected she was frozen somewhere up there, by the side of the dry dock.
Okay. Oh. What's with the sky? I mean, I understand if it was like night and there was stars in the sky and like rotating and stuff like that, but it's not night. And it's not like that much time is going back and forth. Anyway, probably reading into it a little too much. Okay, that is not where I go. Okay. Yeah, that is a great set piece. I really enjoyed that. Okay.
Don't do anything stupid.
I've never been a great listener.
Well, time to start. Get in.
What if I don't trust you?
Then shoot me.
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm taking the van.
That's for not listening to me back there. You want to stop time from breaking down? You need my help. And thanks, by the way, for the +1 in the back seat. Starting to feel like goddamn babysitter.
Babysitter? You kidding me? I got good intel off that computer. Bitch.
My ride, my music. Deal with it.
What music?
Who the fuck are you people?
Bradbury Swimming Pool, Act 1, Part 3. Yeah. It was equipped with Chronon technology freezes and stutters when the device... Oh, I was reading that.
What led you to the swimming hall?
Oh, Will said there was something important in his briefcase. All I found was a key with Bradbury Swimming Hall on the chain. Only lead we had. I guess this is it.
This building's been shut down for years.
Perfect place to hide something you don't want found.
I think it's time you tell me what you know.
I know your brother built the one thing that can stop the fracture. I know we're meant to find it, and I know Monarch doesn't want us to.
And yet you're wearing their uniform.
I like the way their pants fit.
Yeah? I bet you like the paycheck, too.
Tried to create a cover to gather information. You've known about this for a few hours. I've been preparing for it for most of my life.
You weren't aware that William owned the place?
There's a lot I didn't know about Will.
We need to find your brother's countermeasure. And fast. Things will get worse as the fracture progresses. And Monarch will be turning Riverport over looking for you.
Maybe later. Yeah, I remember that this game has that option for not having copyrighted music, which is useful. But it also means that that scene in the car...
You coming or what?
Shush. It also means that that scene in the car made a little less sense than it would have normally. Because she didn't put music on. You think they could have like swapped in some like royalty-free music? Maybe some classical music or something? Now I'm curious what music was actually in that scene. But we're gonna have to go in the Bradbury swimming pool next time, because we're coming up on an hour here. So if you like this episode, want to give it a like, a comment, or constructive criticism. And if you want more like this, why not subscribe? Either way, thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed yourself, and I hope you'll join me next time. Stay spicy.